Unmanly behaviors. This video is about certain behaviors, or symbolisms if you will, that portray you in a negative light as a man. Like it or not, there are some values that come with being a man. I think these values are universal and are biosocially wired in our brains, especially women's brains who are very good at picking out the true strong men. If you aspire to be a man, because not all males are men, then here are 5 things you shouldn't ever do and shouldn't approve of. Number 1, kneeling to propose. This one is quite easy to figure out, and I can't believe why so many people think that they should be doing it. It's pathetic. It sets a precedence. Sets the frame, it weakens your position for the rest of your life. So basically what you do is saying that, you know what, you're begging, please marry me. This is what you're saying. You're saying, please marry me, and in return, I give you my submission. This is what it communicates. And deep down inside, you know that this to be true. But because you've been brainwashed by so many movies that overtly try to diminish men and try to make men feel like they need to be feminized, you think you have to do it. You have this peer pressure that you need to do it. Real men don't really do that. They don't they don't feel the peer pressure of having to do that. They are impervious to that. For example, in the movie 300, if you remember, some people chose death to kneeling because it shows something. Kneeling basically is submission. It's a contract of submission. Real men don't kneel to anyone, not to other men, not to women, and not to imaginary gods. Number 2, Instagram pictures of your point of view with a girl holding your hand, dragging and leading you. You know what kind of pictures I'm talking about. Keyword, leading. Now, men lead. Women follow their man. And they love that in a man. This is how women are wired. Sure, women want to be empowered and all, but do they? I mean, if you are truly powerful, you don't need to be empowered. You just are powerful. Women don't need to be powerful. That's what I think. They don't need feminism. They don't need all this bullshit that they need to be powerful and they need to submit a man. It doesn't turn them on. Weak men don't turn them on. That's just how it is. In dance classes, they always tell you that the man leads. That's a symbolism. It's a biosocially engraved symbolism. If you take an Instagram photo of the opposite, guess what? You're giving out a distasteful symbolism which turns women off. Whether they like it or not, it just turns them off. That's how they're wired. In traditionalist societies in the Middle East, for example, the man walks and his wives follow behind him. Never side to side, and especially never in front of him. Number 3, paying for her drinks or meals. Now this one is controversial. If she's tooling you, if she's taking advantage of you, and she doesn't appreciate it, if she thinks it's her right, her entitlement, you lose your social standing with her. She won't respect you because you're like a beta male provider with no balls or manliness. That's what you communicate. You communicate submission. However, some women do appreciate it, and the gesture may elevate you in her eyes as the strong male who makes her feel safe. It depends on the woman. But how can you know? For example, Russian and Eastern European women have it embedded in their culture. And it doesn't mean that they feel entitled to it. That's how it is. They see you as the powerful man when you do it. And that may turn them on. They don't feel like they've taken advantage of you. For example, one Russian girlfriend I had, and we were together for more than 2 years, was quite amazing. She had told me that she couldn't imagine buying any drink when she was with a man. Even water from a supermarket. That's how she was brought up to be. And that's what I was doing. And the same girl was buying me presents and fitness gear that cost way more than the drinks I bought her. And she wasn't even rich. So that's a girl who wasn't taking advantage of me. At least with that particular situation of buying her drinks. So what you need to do is figure out the girl. See if she's appreciative or just an entitled little princess. If she's a princess, pay for nothing and be cool and audacious about it. She'll respect you for it. Number 4. Pushing the baby cart. There's no better way to signal that you're worse than a beta male provider than this. This shows that not only do you surrender all your money, property, labor, effort, time, and focus to your woman, but she doesn't even feel that at least there's a few simple things she must do in return. It's the easiest thing to push a baby cart. Yet not even that can be done by your woman. I mean, you can carry the shopping, all the bags and stuff, because you're the strong man, physically strong, right? But you even have to push that. It's a classic giveaway of how feminized our societies have become. A man retains all his traditional roles of providing and carrying heavy stuff, for example. But a woman has to give some, if not all, to the man. If it were possible, they'd ask you to breastfeed too. And maybe this is what pushing the baby cart signals, that you're one step away from breastfeeding. And with modern science, maybe they'll figure out that for beta males as well. Number 5, doing traditionally women's work around the house. Yeah, this one is controversial too. But the harsh reality is that she won't respect you when you do that. Because this is how women are wired. They want you to do the housework, but they don't see a man when you do that. I had a girl once who didn't want to see me do any housework. She didn't want to see me clean or do anything in the house. And we were living together, by the way. But she didn't want to see me do traditionally male work, like physical stuff, carrying stuff, fixing stuff. And it's quite normal. It really is. This is how we're wired. And that works for us. But not in today's female-dominant society. This is why women are turned off by you. They ask you to do things that are convenient to them in the short run, but they are a turn-off for them long term. So all these reasons are why I've always said that if you do things that women like, they won't like you. This is the female dilemma, which is tragic. Because they want a man to submit to them and provide for them. But this is a turn-off for them. On the other side, men who are mavericks are a huge turn-on for women, but they can't use them for resources. This is just how women are wired. It is what it is. And then they wonder why so many men are turning MGTOW. Thank you for listening. I'd like to see your comments there. And thanks again. See ya.